Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mills. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mills now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
You file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing, Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Going up top. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First down, Mills. And a completion to Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down throw for Mills. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake, Mills. Sliding out of the pocket. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Mills to the air again.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had in the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to find the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit.
From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. On play action, Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again on second down, Mills. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. That's taken it around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to find a man here. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
He finds his man complete. That's Pope.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They go play action. Mills.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Mills again.
It's brought in by Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Mills on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mills.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Again, it's Mills.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a bit closer.
So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Mills. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Mills to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
George Karlaftis.
Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills.
Under pressure, they got him again.
George Karlaftis
drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Talk about two sides of the ball, cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you got to go and set yourself higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.